Canada Education Websites by Province and Territory at Dmoz-Odp. Chapter 1. Canada Education Websites by Province and Territory at dmoz-regional/north_america/canada/education/by_province_or_territory. Alberta Education Websites. 3AACADEMY.com, AAA Academy and Consulting, provides computer training, employment placement services and workplace training. acs.ab.ca, Alberta Catholic School Trustees Association, membership includes all Catholic school boards in the province. albertahomeeducation.ca, Centre for Learning at Home, a fully accredited and publicly funded Christian school, open to all Alberta students offering an online education, summer school and traditional homeschooling. appleschools.ca, Apple Schools, the Alberta project promoting active living and healthy eating in schools aims to develop health-promoting school environments and to improve the eating habits and physical activity levels of students. asba.ab.ca, Alberta School Boards Association, advocates excellence in public education. atrf.com, Alberta Teachers Retirement Fund, ATRF, an independent corporation that administers the pension plans for teachers in the province. cfsalberta.ca, Alberta Computers for Schools, a Canada-wide initiative providing refurbished computers to Canadian schools, public libraries, and non-profit learning organizations. crds.org, Community Rehabilitation and Disability Studies, part of the University of Calgary. education.alberta.ca, Alberta Education, a guide to K-12 education in the province, with resources for parents, students, teachers, and administrators. education.alberta.ca/teachers.aspx, Alberta Education Programs and Services, includes programs of study, both core and complementary curriculum, teacher certification, professional development information. InsideEducation.ca, Inside Education, non-profit education organization established to promote, coordinate and support bias-balanced environmental education across Alberta. Koinoniaschools.com, Koinonia Christian Schools, KCS is a system of independent Christian schools serving communities across Alberta, Canada. mynctca.com, North Central Teachers Convention Association, provides professional development opportunities for teachers. POWER4BONES.com, POWER4BONES, education program for grade 5 classes in Ontario and Alberta focusing on how milk builds bone mass. PUBLIC-SCHOOLS.ab.ca, Public School Boards Association of Alberta, a voluntary membership association incorporated as a non-profit society, representing many public school jurisdictions. sc.teachers.ab.ca, Alberta Teachers Association Science Council, an organization operated by science teachers for science teachers, to promote, support and enhance the teaching of science. Teachers.ab.ca, Alberta Teachers Association, represents teachers, providing news, events, reference, and historical information about education in the province. British Columbia Education Websites. aegtccbc.ca, Association of Educators of Gifted, Talented, and Creative Children in BC, contains basic information for teachers. bccampus.ca, bcampus, gateway to all online courses, programs, and services for students in higher education within the province, providing better access to course and flexibility in educational choice. bccia.bc.ca, British Columbia Centre for International Education, information for international students about public accredited universities, colleges, and institutes in BC. bccpac.bc.ca, British Columbia Confederation of Parent Advisory Councils, information on programs and projects. bcminerals.ca, Mining Association of BC Education Division, a partnership between classroom teachers and the mineral industry in British Columbia. bcpza.bc.ca, British Columbia Public School Employers Association, accredited bargaining agent for school boards, for teaching and support staff in the K-12 public education system. bcpvpa.bc.ca, bcrmta.bc.ca, British Columbia Registered Music Teachers Association, GRIMTA, a non-profit organization committed to music through programs that support teaching and performance. bcssa.org, British Columbia School Superintendents Association, an autonomous, non-profit organization of senior school district administrators serving to foster the improvement of education for students. bcs.org, British Columbia School Trustees Association, professional association that supports public education and advocates for the role of publicly elected trustees. bcteacherregulation.ca, BC Ministry of Education, Teacher Regulation Branch, professional regulatory body for teachers in British Columbia. bctf.ca, British Columbia Teachers Federation, a union of professionals representing public school teachers. cfsbc.ca, Computers for Schools in British Columbia, free computers for schools through community partnerships with BCTEL. christianteachers.ca, TAC, organization of people employed as a teacher, superintendent, administrator of an associate of a Christian school. clarislearning.com, Claris Educational Center, offers programs, services, resources, and information geared to enhancing secondary school learning. cln.org, Community Learning Network BC, the primary focus of CLN is to help K-12 teachers integrate information technology into their classrooms. cmabc.com, Certified Management Accountants Society of British Columbia, provides additional studies and professional development for management accountants. co-op.bc.ca, Association for Cooperative Education, provincial organization of all post-secondary institutions in BC and Yukon which helps post-secondary students obtain paid employment while completing their education. cpppreschools.bc.ca, Council of Parent Participation Preschools, unites and assists its member preschools in providing high standards of preschool education with support from parents and teachers in a planned adult education program. bc.org, Directorate of Agencies for School Health, established as a not-for-profit society devoted to advocating prevention activities that enable students to develop to their fullest potential. educacenter.com/n-educacenter, provides French language adult education and training services. elsanet.org, Elsanet, provides free, basic English training for adult newcomers to the country. fisabc.ca, Federation of Independent School Associations of BC, a non-profit society, umbrella organization for independent school groups in the province. gov.bc.ca/bced, Ministry of Education, information about the ministry, roles and responsibilities for setting curricula, standards, funding and broad policy directions for education in the province in kindergarten through to grade 12, K-12. gov.bc.ca/avid, BC Ministry of Advanced Education, dedicated to providing post-secondary and skills development opportunities to the province's youth and adults. ilscorp.com, ILS Learning Corporation, online interactive education programs for Canadian insurance brokers and other professionals. liveteacher.ca, Live Teacher, online tutoring services by certified teachers in the province. mcf.gov.bc.ca/childcare/index.htm, Early Childhood Educator Registry, provides information for those planning to register as educators. odysseybc.ca, Odyssey of the Mind, a creative problem-solving organization that develops teamwork in school-aged students. openschool.bc.ca, Open School BC, courses and resources for teachers in the K-12 education system in British Columbia. pctia.bc.ca, Private Post-Secondary Education Commission of British Columbia, provides information about services and institutions offering private training and instruction. quizmebc.ca, quizme.com BC, Grade 12 Provincial Exam Preparation Resource designed to help students prepare for provincial exams in science and math. Records.viu.ca/homeroom, the homeroom, a gateway to information about the history of education and schools in British Columbia. scsbc.ca, Society of Christian Schools in BC, an organization of Christian school communities sharing a biblical vision for Christian education. sd41.bc.ca/program/provincial_outreach_program.hdm, BC Provincial School for the Deaf, provides consultation and support to school districts and parents. selfdesignhigh.org, Self-Design High School, an independent distance learning and homeschooling high school affiliated with the BC. summitlearningcentre.mpsd.ca, Summit Learning Centre, homeschool programs for students in kindergarten through grade 12 in British Columbia. Manitoba education websites. suca.org, Centre for Education and Work. The centre is a not-for-profit organization affiliated with the University of Winnipeg. edu.gov.mb.ca, Manitoba Department of Education and Training, a collection of links and resources which describe the department, its role, and jurisdictions. edu.gov.mb.ca/msa, Manitoba Student Aid, provides financial assistance for educational purposes to Manitoba residents with limited finances. gov.mb.ca/wdis/apprenticeship, apprenticeship programs, listing of available apprenticeship programs. mbschoolboards.ca, Manitoba Association of School Trustees, exists to ensure quality public education for Manitoba students through effective, locally elected boards of trustees. readingmanitoba.org, Manitoba Reading Association, Provincial Council of the International Reading Association with over 500 teachers, parents, students, and others committed to the promotion of literacy and to the improvement of reading and writing instruction. New Brunswick education websites. abc.nb.ca, Atlantic Business College, provides technology-based business training for high school graduates, or equivalent. gnb.ca/0000, New Brunswick Department of Education, describes the programs, branches, and resources for education in the province. henb.ca, Home Educators of New Brunswick, a guide to resources and support groups for homeschoolers. llnb.ca, Laubach Literacy of New Brunswick, Laubach Literacy New Brunswick and affiliated literacy councils are volunteer organizations offering confidential, free of charge literacy and numeracy training in communities throughout the province. nbcc.ca, New Brunswick Community College, a college network that serves students, in English, from 7 New Brunswick localities, with over 100 programs. nbliteracy.ca, the Literacy Coalition of New Brunswick, a non-profit organization that works for a literacy strategy and promotes awareness of the issue. nbtia.ca, New Brunswick Teachers Association, includes Members Handbook, Branches, Councils, NBTA News, Reports and Briefs, Contacts, and Awards. nbtffenb.ca/n, New Brunswick Teachers Federation, deals with union matters. studentaid.gnb.ca, Student Assistance Program, the Provincial Student Financial Assistance Information Program Guide. unb.ca/Fredericton/education/mmi, Mikamakwolastoki Center, Department at the University of New Brunswick specializes in history, culture, language, and other studies related to the Mi'kmaq and Maliseet peoples. unb.ca, University of New Brunswick, founded in 1785, UNB offers undergraduate and graduate degrees in more than 60 disciplines and continuing education in a variety of fields. wvala.ca, Western Valley Adult Learning Association, provides resources for education through e-learning, hands-on learning, and upgrading including the GED program. Newfoundland and Labrador education websites. ed.gov.nl.ca/edu, education, Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, the provincial ministry responsible for education, includes links to ministry branches and divisions, an education directory which includes school boards, ministry news releases, publications and information on special projects. ESDNL.ca, Eastern School District, manages public schools in Avalon, the Burin Peninsula and Vista. Kean.ca, Kean College, a private post-secondary college with locations throughout the province. Northwest Territories education websites. Arctic.ucalgary.ca, Arctic Institute of North America, to advance the study of Canada's north through the natural and social sciences, the arts, and the humanities. AuroraCollege.com, Aurora College, Canada's northernmost college with 3 campuses in the Northwest Territories. ece.gov.nt.ca, NWT Education, Culture and Employment, information on distance learning, libraries, museums, and cultural centers. ece.gov.nt.ca/early-childhood-and-school-services/support-administration/information-prospective, NWT Teacher Induction Program, designed to give teachers access to practical resources including classroom management, lesson planning, and holding science fairs. learning-disabilities-association.nwterritories.xnwt.ca, Learning Disabilities Association of the NWT, support group for people with learning disabilities, their families, and friends in NWT. nwtliteracy.ca, the NWT Literacy Council, working to promote literacy in the North in all official languages. nwtta.nt.ca, Northwest Territories Teachers Association, representing teachers in the NWT. ssdec.nt.ca, South Slave Divisional Education Council, oversees education of K-12 students in the South Slave region. Nova Scotia education websites. assist-tech.ednet.ns.ca, Assistive Technology Center, Technology Solutions for People with Disabilities. ast.nstu.ca, Association of Science Teachers, goals are to improve teaching of science by increasing members' knowledge and understanding, act as a clearinghouse for ideas, make recommendations to the provincial executive. attains.ednet.ns.ca, Assistive Technology Application and Integration, informs the public of an assistive technology, Best Practices Conference. ccrsb.ca, Chignecto Central Regional School Board, serves students in northern and central Nova Scotia, with approximately 25,000 students living in Colchester County, Cumberland County, Pictou County, and East Hants. ednet.ns.ca, Nova Scotia Department of Education, provides department information describing services and programs, publications, news releases, learning resources, and provincial education policy. Kinyu.ca, Mike Makinamatnui, organization responsible for Aboriginal education. novascotia.ca/student assistance, Nova Scotia Student Assistance, student loans under the Canada Student Loans Program. nscad.ca, Nova Scotia College of Art and Design, a college dedicated to the visual arts, featuring a virtual tour, college and community information, academic programs, and a description of services. nsfs.ns.ca, Nova Scotia Firefighter School, provides emergency services training and develops new methods of firefighting. nshea1.tripod.com, Nova Scotia Home Education Association, the association represents families committed to home education. srsb.ca, Strait Regional School Board, offers list of schools, news, events, and resources for parents, students and educators. StudyNovaScotia.ca, Study Nova Scotia, a cooperative of industry and educators that aims to attract international students and develop the economy. TESSLNS.com, TESSL Nova Scotia, information for teachers of English as a second language in Nova Scotia. TheBlackEducators.ca, Black Educators Association, the association offers contact information and links to regional educators by county and region. Nunavut education websites. ArcticCollege.ca, Nunavut Arctic College, program information, community description, and related links. gov.nu.ca/education, Nunavut Department of Education provides and supports education and training opportunities. groups.yahoo.com/group/ha-ai, public email list and archive run by the Nunavut Department of Education for its teachers and students. homeschooling.about.com/cs/units/subj geographic/a/pus/new.htm, territorial unit study, Nunavut, about.com information for homeschooling. nri.nu.ca, Nunavut Research Institute, Research and Technology Development Initiatives for Nunavut from Nunavut Arctic College. ntanu.ca, Nunavut Teachers Association, negotiating and representative organization for teachers, vice principals, principals, and RSO and TLC coordinators. ualberta.ca/tilde-waldi/neprop.html, education Nunavut Curriculum and Resource Planning Project, project for a strategic plan for curriculum and resource development for education in Nunavut. yukoncollege.yk.ca/review, the Northern Review, a Yukon College scholarly journal that has published over 50 literary pieces and more than 130 papers, in both general and special thematic issues, in the arts, social sciences, and humanities. Ontario education websites: edu.gov.on.ca, Ministry of Education; ascd.ca/ascd/on, Ontario Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, a diverse learning community that promotes excellence in education, dedicated to supporting the growth and success of all learners. Learning.ca, Canada College, offers online high school courses accredited by the Ontario Ministry of Education, as well as a collection of references to help all students. LearningTree.ca, LearningTree International, provides vendor-independent, practical hands-on training for information technology, IT, professionals. was.utoronto.ca, Ontario Institute for Studies in Education, a leading professional educational institution, associated with the University of Toronto. OntarioColleges.ca, OntarioColleges.ca, the destination for applying to Ontario's public colleges, searching for college programs and finding current information about college as a post-secondary education option. Ontario's ScienceCentre.ca, Ontario Science Centre, hands-on, interactive science centre including an Omnimax theatre. osap.gov.on.ca, Ontario Student Assistance Program, supplies students with information about post-secondary school funding options, loan terms and conditions, online applications and forms. osapac.ca, the Ontario Software Acquisition Program Advisory Committee, function to keep Ontario educators informed about the status of provincial licensing of classroom software. rcto.ca, Renewed Computer Technology, RCT, details and information about a national program that turns old computers into a strategic resource. saferoutestoschool.ca, Green Communities Active and Safe Routes to School, OSHR, promotes safety, physical activity and environmentally sustainable transportation to and from school. sqecanada.org, Society for Quality Education, parents, teachers, trustees, ratepayers, and business people who are dedicated to reforming elementary and secondary education in the province of Ontario. staracademy.ca, Star Academy Private School, specializes in helping students with learning disabilities fit into the regular classroom, and includes information about curricula and admissions. Ontario Education Organizations at dmoz-odp.org/regional/north_america/canada/ontario/education/organizations. cfsontario.ca, Canadian Federation of Students, information, resources, and links to Ontario's services and government lobbying organization for college and university students. collegesontario.org, Colleges Ontario, Colleges Ontario. COU.on.ca, Council of Ontario Universities, an educational organization involved in a host of activities in Ontario, ranging from issues management to information management, and from leadership on collective issues to general operational support for our member institutions, committees, and affiliates. coyo.on.ca, COYO, the Committee of Youth Officers for the Province of Ontario, police officers and educators working together to identify methods to better educate people who work with youth and the issues that young people face. DECA.ca, DECA Ontario, not-for-profit organization created to enhance the business education of high school students in Ontario. EOSDN.on.ca, Eastern Ontario Staff Development Network, providing educators with professional development and training. hortrades.com/horticulture-ontario-secondary-teachers-association, Horticulture Ontario Secondary Teachers Association, providing green career opportunities for high school students. OACC.on.ca, Ontario Association of Career Colleges, a non-profit organization established in 1973 with the purpose of ensuring that private career colleges have a provincial voice in Ontario. OPCE.org, Ontario Association of Parents in Catholic Education, OPS, the voice of parents and guardians of children enrolled in the publicly funded Catholic education system Ontario. OPT.ca, Ontario Association of Physics Teachers, a forum in Ontario for physics educators. OCS.on.ca, Ontario Catholic School Trustees Association, an advocacy group promoting the interests of Roman Catholic school boards in Ontario. OCT.ca, Ontario College of Teachers, regulates and governs the teaching profession. oct.ca/home.aspx?lang=n-ca, the Ontario College of Teachers, licenses, governs and regulates Ontario's teaching profession in the public interest. octi.on.ca, Ontario Council for Technology Education, to represent elementary science and technology and secondary technological education teachers in the province of Ontario. ocufa.on.ca, OCUFA, Ontario Confederation of University Faculty Associations. OCUFA was formed in 1964 to express the views of university academic staff to the government and the public. OFIS.ca, Ontario Federation of Independent Schools, OFIS, information, contacts, and resources for members of the Ontario Federation of Independent Schools, OFIS, a legally incorporated coalition of non-sectarian schools, religious schools, and homeschoolers. OMLTA.org, Ontario Modern Language Teachers Association, an educational organization aiming to advocate on behalf of language educators, provide leadership in the development of language policy documents and curriculum, provide members with professional development opportunities and resources, and promote the benefits of learning languages. OntarioHomeschool.org, Ontario Federation of Teaching Parents, OFTP is a non-profit group run by volunteers that provides information about home learning, enables networking among its members, and serves as an advocacy group and link between the homeschooling community and the provincial government. OTFVO.on.ca, Ontario Teachers Federation, a federation of teachers' unions in Ontario including the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation, the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Associations, the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario and the Association des Enseignements et des Enseignants Franco-Ontariens. Principals.ca, Ontario Principals Council, a voluntary professional association that represents the interests of principals and vice principals in Ontario's publicly funded school system. RTO-ERO.org, RTO/ERO, the Retired Teachers of Ontario, the official voice of retired teachers and others receiving pensions and allowances under the Teachers' Pension Act, promoting and protecting their interests particularly in the area of pensions, healthcare and insurance. RWDO.org, Retired Women Teachers of Ontario, an organization that cares for the interests and well-being of retired women teachers. Sites.google.com/site/OAJ Educators, Ontario Association of Junior Educators, an organization dedicated to the improvement and enrichment of education at the junior level. STAO.ca, Science Teachers Association of Ontario, STAO, an educational organization aiming to promote excellence in science education through leadership and service. SDAO.ca/CMS, Science Teachers Association of Ontario, encouraging excellence in science education through leadership and service. Prince Edward Island Education websites. AOLPay.ca, Academy of Learning, a Career and Business College. Gov.pe.ca/EECD, Department of Education and Early Childhood Development, Programs and Services for All Island Children through Positive Learning and Development Experiences from Birth through to the End of Grade 12. PayHSF.ca, Prince Edward Island Home and School Federation, promotes the total well-being of children and the highest standards of education for each child in the province. PyRTA.com, Prince Edward Island Retired Teachers Association, presents executive list and contact information, events, membership benefits, and newsletters. StudyInCanada.ca, Study Abroad Canada, offers English as a second language and teacher training programs through its 3 schools. Quebec Education websites. ECIQ.com, Quebec Internet Driving School, online SAAQ theory test for automobiles, motorcycles, trucks and buses. EcolesMC.ca, École de Formation SMC, provides training to construction contractors for the Régie du Bâtiment du Québec, RBQ, certification exam. EdithSurreyAcademy.com, Académie Internationale Edith Surrey, professional training in aesthetics and massage therapy. Esperanto.qc.ca, Quebec Esperanto Society, information about the international language Esperanto and about the goals and activities of the association. ImmersionBDC.qc.ca, Immersion Bédéchalas, French immersion program in Quebec. Mels.gov.qc.ca, Quebec Ministry of Education, official site of the ministry. Sedberg.com, Saidberg School, a private English senior, secondary, school located in Montebello, offering CO educational programs, grade 7 to 12/university entrance, and boarding facilities. Quebec Education Organizations. epub.qc.ca, Association pour les applications pédagogiques de l'ordinateur au post-secondaire, an educational organization aiming to inspire younger generation of teachers, to update and support the role of the education system, and to apply and share educational ideas, and to contribute to carry out a modern education project that meets needs. LearnQuebec.ca, Learn Quebec, an educational foundation supported by funding from the Quebec-Canada Entente for Minority Language Education that offers e-learning services and support to all English school boards, private schools, community organizations, and the private sector in rural and urban settings. QESBA.qc.ca, Quebec English School Boards Association, QESBA, aims to advocate appropriate education for students in both the youth and adult sectors and to enhance the effectiveness of school commissioners and member school boards in the areas of education, finance, administration, and labor relations. The VCTA.qc.ca, Vanier College Teachers Association, represents the teachers in wage negotiations and other issues at Vanier College, Montreal. Saskatchewan Education websites. Industrimatters.com/STEC, Saskatchewan Tourism Education Council, STEC promotes, coordinates and evaluates industry-managed standards, certification, career awareness, and training in tourism. SaskPolytech.ca, Saskatchewan Polytechnic, offers post-secondary technical education and skills training. Yukon Education websites. yukonweb.com/community/cadets, Whitehorse Cadet Summer Training Camp, WCSTC, information about the only permanent cadet camp north of 60. Programs for Canadian youth 12 to 18 years old include flying, mountaineering, watermanship, orienteering and wilderness survival. Education.gov.yk.ca, Yukon Department of Education, official site of educational programs and services. Elections yukon.gov.yk.ca/school.html, Yukon School Council General Elections, information about territorial school council elections which are held every 2 years under the Education Act. resourceservices.gov.yk.ca, Yukon Education Resource Services, Resource Library for Territorial Schools in English and French. yesnet.yk.ca, YESnet, Yukon Educational Student Network, online resource for educators and students. yesnet.yk.ca/schools, Yukon Schools Directory, listing of all territorial school web pages. yta.yk.ca, Yukon Teachers Association, professional association representing educators across the territory. yukonlearn.com, Yukon Learn, a program to promote literacy throughout the territory. yukonliteracy.ca, Yukon Literacy Coalition, a community-based organization committed to supporting literacy in all Yukon languages.